Hello. Um, I said it. Um, I think in the night I wrote a few papers. I ordered some things from Amazon, the company Amazon. I'm really poor. Everyone who knows Benimusik, and I say it often. I think really I'm the most famous person on planet Earth. But I mean it serious. It's no irony. I think there are signs, SINGS, why it could be this way. And to say it again, I think Benimusik, that's me, Benimusik, is known by every human being on earth. To say it clearly, I ordered a few things by Amazon because of some facts I showed. I will, regardless of the truth that I'm really poor monetary. I'm really, really poor monetary. Everyone knows that. I said it, I'm the most famous person on earth. I think it's really the truth, and I think there are signs, SINGS, why it could be this way. Um, and there are, besides that, there are really many people who admit this really, that Benimusik is really the most famous person on earth. So let's go ahead. I'm monetary really poor, but because of several reasons I already showed, I will throw the things I ordered by Amazon, and also including the fact that I'm really poor monetary. I will throw these things um, into the river. Of course, these are not so expensive things. Um, um, of course, also because I'm monetary poor, I ordered things that are not so expensive, that don't cost so much money. But these things I showed already are a few things that arrived, a few things will arrive the next day, including two cables for my cell phone to connect it to my PC, because the cable I now have for my cell phone isn't working anymore so good. So it's a kind of Glücksspiel, game of luck. If it works or not, the cable for my cell phone uh, uh, have uh, I have actually. So perhaps, I don't know, a few videos I will make in the future and all this, I can't put on my CD or on my PC or the other way around, because I will throw these two new cables from a cell phone I ordered from Amazon into the river too, but they haven't arrived so far. So start with this. What has arrived was already have arrived. So. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. So, as I said it, I'm me, Benimusik. I'm monetary really poor, and these products I showed I need dearly. Yeah, I have a room, of course, here in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth. But I'm really poor. These are products, for example, I really need, but it has a reason everyone gets which one, that I throwed it into the river. I know sometimes, for example, policemen seem, I think it's this way, seem to appear dressed like a grandma, to send me bills put in other clothes than an official bill from the police, so I have to pay money. If this is illegal, I don't think so. Perhaps a bill is arriving put in other clothes than an official bill from the police, that seems to appear somewhere in the costumes of a grandma. But I don't know it. This deed will be in the internet, this video too, so I don't get this this policeman dressed as grandma that walking by sometimes, because this video will be put by me, Benimusik, from Benimusik, into the internet, and I think perhaps almost every human being on earth will watch it, so I don't get this twice, that beside my videos are in the internet anyway with all my deeds, there seem to appear policemen dressed as grandma to send me bills put in other clothes than an official bill for deeds that are in the internet anyway. Videos I did from Benimusik, me, Benimusik, did from Benimusik and put it into the internet. So let's have a look at the time. To say it, it's important within this speech. I like dearly the fairy tales from a man called Karl May. I think Karl May, this author, is really known by everyone. Yeah, he's written, for example, these Winnetou and Old Shatterhand stories, and all the many Arabic fairy tales. I love these stories dearly, 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 so dearly. I read the books, a few books, or not less books from Karl May when I was a kid. The books are okay. I read it in German. Are okay, but I like much more the films. I think they're mostly made in the 60s years, in the 1960s years. I love these films dearly, especially the one did, I think, in the 60s, about the 1960s. But for example, a new version of all these fairy tales, I think, for example, by my really favorite director, Quentin Tarantino, would be really great too, because it would get a bit another vibe than the Karl May fairy tales if Quentin Tarantino did them, but they are brilliant and so deep fairy tales. And if Quentin Tarantino would did these Karl May fairy tales, all of them, it would get in really, really good and deep. It would get really good and deep films too, with of course a bit another vibe. Quentin Tarantino, I said, is really my absolute favorite director. And to say it, because it belongs to this speech, quick look at the time, it belongs to this speech, Karl May, that everyone knows, Winnetou and Old Shatterhand, and many Arabic fairy tales. It's really true. It's claimed that he lives here, really, in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth, in this little village. He seemed to live here. He, I think, even has wrote, it's pretended, some of these stories every human being on Earth knows, I think. Really here in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth. I don't want doubt history, but it's so hard to believe, really. As I said it, everyone knows that Karl May, the stories are combined mostly with the USA and the Civil War. I call it Civil War because the Civil War in history books is something else. But I call this, what in the Karl May stories and fairy tales connected with the USA, I call this true Civil War. These stories seem to be written here in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth. And this man, Karl May, seems to lived here, really, in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth. And all this very deep Arabic fairy tales I really love so deep. He seems to have written them in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth. It's really hard to believe, really. Let's look at the time. So his house or something like that seems to have been really a few kilometers away, really, from here in Bamberg, Bavaria, Germany, on planet Earth, where I'm actually now. It's hard to believe, really, but I don't want to doubt history. So that's Benimusik.